Trace my steps every evening. So we're going to reuse this guy because it really isn't. I mean, if I couldn't see light through it, but for $45, it's not. It just isn't clogged. The air element on this is definitely clogged. So we will rinse this out. We'll soap it up, and in addition to that, we will put a new filter on this, and we will also send a link for an extra air filter, because I just feel like the John Deere one is way overpriced at $45. So I'll send the link, but what's coming up in it, you know, regardless, having clean air is important. I mean, it really is. So you can just see all the way down in there is caked with oil. So there's a couple reasons that happens. Oh God. Yeah. Well, you know what? Honestly, that can probably be replaced too, so we'll put that on the parts list. Because you can see there's little tears in it. All the way around it. So we'll put that on the parts list of things to replace. If we can get it to go back on in the interim, that'd be great. See if we can find the way that it was sitting in there. Yeah. So one thing that Kawasaki's hate is having dirty air. Doesn't matter how you look at it. They get angry very quickly, and a lot of damage can occur very, very quickly when they do not have clean air. I'm just curious to see how heavy that oil is down in there. Heavy enough that I'm concerned about it. So oh yeah. I think what we'll do is we will do our best to clean that out with a new rag, and we're gonna use carb cleaner, choking carb. Let's find a spot. And there really is no way to go ahead and clean that intake out unless you pull the whole carburetor off, or I should say the air box, and I really didn't feel like getting that far under this. But giving it a decent cleaning to some extent. Cannot hurt. Just wish I had something that was a little bit more appropriate for down in there. What I really didn't want to do was spray a whole lot of carb cleaner down in there, because that's not ideal in my situation. Where's my... Finding a can that has a nozzle on the end of it. There we go. We'll lose that nozzle too. Nozzle head. Anywho, we're gonna pull the spark plugs and we're gonna pull the hopefully make sure that's not getting too hot and baking my hood. And most of my stuff's going to be out in the garage or out on the pickup truck. Yes, they're out in the Explorer. Alright. Plug doesn't look terrible. Oh, plug can be replaced now. NGK. We got those 656 PPR 6ES. Well, those are all out in the pickups, out in the Explorer too, so. Yeah, it's got the, it's wet because I put the carb cleaner down in it. But that side, in my opinion, may be burning a little differently. Yeah, see how this one's still white on the porcelain? That one's carbonating up a little more. So, well, we'll scope it. We're going to scope it, while we're at it. We're going to clean everything else off of it. We're just at this point in time. I'm going to tighten up the petcock. I'm going to find my 10mm, and then we're going to attend to the snow blower over there, because what I do, leave it on there? No. I do hate the smell of dog poo. Keep saying we're charging extra surcharge for dog poo. Where did that 10mm go? Probably in a pocket in the house. Because I'm good at doing that. My shoulders are tight. Oh my god. Dang it. And those are out in the Explorer too. Everything's out in the Explorer. That's what happens when you do mobile service in addition to whatever the heck yes you're trying to do here. Biscuits. Well, hang on, we gotta go upstairs and grab that because it's definitely upstairs. It's stashed underneath a rag. So, yeah, and that's a little misleading. So, just an FYI. Dog shit my elbow, huh? Pay you. It's a 10mm, if you don't know. You don't need to get crazy with it. I don't know what the torque is supposed to be on it, but just give it enough that you're not busting it off. It looks like somebody else got a odd size on it a couple times, but and you can use a hose. I just used a piece of pipe I had laying around, so and it drained pretty much all night. We'll there's definitely some. That's why keep it draining. Hopefully without it falling. Like yay. And and find this container over here. Ow. That was my knee. Pull this out. This should be pliable, hopefully, to pull right off. I know I'm getting distracted now. Nope, not enough. Surprised that didn't soak through. Oh, still enough oil in that though, huh? That was another filter from, I think it's a Craftsman, maybe, something like that. These are little tiny filters. I could have used a Sten's filter on this, there's no doubt. Still trying to make sure this doesn't get too hot. I don't think that's working right anyways, because I feel like it should be all the way across the part, but and this gets a little bit sloppy. And try to put a rag under it. But I'm never very successful at keeping them clean. Or from leaking all over the place. Spitting oil everywhere. There's like a little Where's my flashlight at? It's supposed to drain right there. We'll see if we can do this without. Stent sells an aftermarket filter for this too. You know, whatever. I mean, you can use whatever you like. Wix has an aftermarket, you know, Wix has a filter for it. Wix is a good product. As long as you get a new one on. In my opinion, they're very small for the capacity of these engines. I think what I might try to do, I think I'm going to try to 3D print at some point some plugs that go inside of all these different cylinders. And the reason I'm going to do that so I can spray them with brake clean and or carb clean and be able to and the last guy we're going to look at changing out here is our drain plug back here. There's 7 quarts in this guy. So part of my problem is with the 7 quarts, it's raining outside, number one. I don't think I have room for 7 quarts in there. I don't think it's 7 quarts, but that's what I read on the service. Two-wheel steering, 7 quarts. It's funny because all-wheel steering has 6 quarts, and I did buy the low viscosity high guard for this unit. And 4-wheel drive is 7 quarts. A lot of components on these units that can go bad quick. So, you know, they are nice units, but let's open up the garage and see how much room I have in my oil pan. I don't think there's enough room for 7 quarts in it. Maybe. I doubt it. 10 quarts, and it feels like there might be a quart or two in there already. Nothing like wasting your heat. And I think that's a 5/8. It's 5/8. I don't think it's 3/4. I think it's 5/8. And I will need an extensiono. Might be 9/16, so, but I think it's 5/8. I'm also gonna have to look up and see what the torque spec is. I think it says it there, but it's not 5/8. It's not 5/8. Ay vey. You bugger. Guess it's metric. My guess is it's metric, because 11/16 seems way too big. Nah. Holy. First off, what am I hammering at? Sorry. Good thing I didn't pull that one. Even though it looks like it. Yeah, that's definitely the drain plug. Just can't do it with holy hell. Yeah, that didn't look terrible. Let's try not to get dirt down in there. Open this up so I can breathe and drain that out a little better. There you go. Yeah, come on. Seriously, you want to drain over that? Get in there. It's because my floor is slanted a little bit, which kind of sucks for this kind of project, but it's great for keeping the rain out. I had the paper towel right there. I took the paper towel away, but and just try to keep the dirt away from that, because you really don't want dirt in that at all. Never, never, ever, never, never, ever, ever. And look at that, I see dirt. While that's draining and dripping, we're gonna hit the stop button and we're gonna work on this here. Nice young lady that was at the ports counter there at the John Deere or Oh Dear John dealership. You can get aftermarket ones of these, there's no doubt about it. Now if she sold me the little clips for 50 cents, I mean, I haven't broken one yet, but that doesn't mean that it won't happen. And I probably got two laying around from somewhere else. I actually think these kind of look like they might even be the wrong clips. They're the wrong clips, so she gave me the incorrect clips. No, yes, no, yeah, I think so. We'll depressurize this. Now if I can find a small slotted screw for up in there. I've been digging around all day. I don't want to listen to that traffic anyway. So yeah, there's a small flathead up in here if I remember. And I don't remember how far you have to bring it out. I don't think you gotta bring it all the way out. You just need to bring it out enough that it depressurizes it. Also, I guess, well, I do want to look inside these cylinders a little bit, but I also don't feel like getting a laptop tonight and dealing with that. So in the interim, we're going to stuff these back in here so we don't get little critties going in there and doing bad stuff. And what's that, 3/8 or 10 millimeter? 10 millimeter? Is that what you said? I don't think it is. I think it's 3/8, but I've been wrong before. I've been wrong a lot. And I think for this back one, oh look, why is that so loose? I don't remember that whole bar being that loose last time, but it is 10 millimeter. I was definitely wrong. Amazing. And really the reason that I want to scope this, don't worry, we're gonna put the field filter in there yet. I want to scope this cylinder out is because I know from previous experience, see now it's amazing, is they put the slide on one side but not the other side. Isn't that amazing? Pretty stupid if you ask me. Like, why would you put the slide over on this side? You know what I mean? That doesn't make sense. Flow. So these, yep, that one broke. So I hope I got the right one. I definitely felt like it broke. And I thought it was depressurized, but it does not feel like it is depressurized. What did he do? Get out of my way. Alright. I don't know. I don't want to bring it all the way out because it's out. It's not enough because it's just goobered up. Thank God. I lost the spring anyways, didn't you? Yep, now you're gonna have to go fucking A. There it is. Good God. Can't make that shit up. That's why I didn't want to take it all the way out. I didn't hear it hiss or scream or anything. And there you are, dum-dum. Ho, ho, ho. You dropped it and think you... He even said it. I mean, you're like, yeah, no. And then you did it. You fucking retard. Good God. I mean, some days, Ryan. Some days. It kind of is a tight spot, isn't it? Very, very difficult to get up in there. So let's try not to grab it with a rubber, or at least not hard. And you really just need to get it inside the hole. And like I said, you don't need to remove it all the way, but now you can learn from my dumbness. And when you're screwing it back in, make sure that you do not twist it sideways or anything. It is spring loaded, and it doesn't take a whole lot to tighten it either. It's just maybe 5 pounds, if that, 5 inch pounds or whatever. Not 5 pounds, 5 inch pounds. And it just felt like it was stuck. And like I said, I think she gave me the wrong clips. I feel like they did this once before, and they're like 50 cents a piece. Yeah, that's not where I wanted that all to go, but that's where it went. Yeah, what'd she give me? I don't think she gave me the right clips. Let's see. I don't know what she gave me, but they're not the right. They are not the right clip. Unless they change something that I'm just not aware of. Fundamentally or mentally. Matter of fact, I think I'm screwed. Is that even the right? Let's make sure that's the right filter. She said the part number changed. She said the part number changed, which is fine and dandy, but definitely something different about the clip. And this is why these break. You gotta try to get them up over that, and then same thing on that side. I should have looked before I left. Because it will piss me off if I have to drive out there for that, and I might have to. I don't want to, but I might have to. Oh, you biscuit. Yeah, so gas on everything. There we go. Yeah, I'm not sure what clips she gave me, but those clips, I don't know how they're supposed to work, but they will not work. Thankfully, that one did not break, and hopefully I can get this one off without it breaking. And like I said, I feel like that happened last time too. Somebody gave me the wrong, and I paid 50 cents for them a piece for the wrong plastic crap. Unless I'm not doing something right. Thankfully they didn't break. Like I said, yeah, I bought this somewhere. I might have bought this off the interwebs. Now that I think about it, Made in China. Thanks, John Deere. This one doesn't say where it was made, so I mean, I can speculate, but it's plastic. Oh, missed. And in my opinion, the slot should be on this side, so when you're putting this back together. And what did she say? Just want to make sure that they're square. There are little there's a right way and a wrong way to put these on here. There's no doubt about that. And just pressurize it once and make sure that that it doesn't squirt out and flow or drip, or just my thing. You know, you can do whatever you want to do. And yeah, that's how that goes. So we'll turn it off. And it sounds like the little Honda fork cans up there. You know how much I love the Honda fork can guy. And we're going to drain the antifreeze out of this, but I don't think I'm going to do it tonight. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll put the bolts back in the what did I do with that little magnet? This isn't the one I was looking for, but that'll work. Maybe I need to get a flashlight because I can't see very well. And hopefully I don't lose my magnet. I mean, it makes no sense to me to have that slot on that side, but it made sense to whoever the engineers were designing this, who get paid a lot more than I do, have a lot nicer houses than I've ever owned, and on the fork can, man, look, we could do burnout and it's raining out. That's the slowest I've ever gone. So let's go over to the bag of goodies and get the next item out of it. That's the pre-filter. That's the trans filter. And again, you could have bought I could have bought a Wix filter. The filter that I took off, I didn't even see who it was made by. But the filter I took off was not an OEM one. Of course, I can't get it out of there without dropping it, maybe. So that is a made in USA, but I am not sure. All right, before I get this all messed up. Oh, it's made by. This says 9.5. 957103. Maybe it's a Stens. Stens are usually 3-part numbers, but I don't know. 57103. This is made in the USA. Well, don't know. But let's get a clean paper towel so I can prep the surface of this. And we'll just wipe it. If you can get your hands in there. So there's some dirt. Try to get all that dirt away from there if you can. It's hips hurting. Ow. Yeah, like I said, I don't even know what transmission fluid he used in it, but I don't play around when it comes to certain things. Hydrostatic transmissions or that certain thing. And I'm going to need to find a white paint marker. There you go. All right. 12, 22. Or I put our signature smiley on there. 600. What was it? 606.5. And we are using exactly what it calls for, which is the low viscosity high guard yep. Right, TY 22. And I'm sure this is made in China. Oh, made in Mexico. I should have inspected it first for any dents, but feels good till I drop it. All right, and we'll do our best to get our booger picker out. And like I said, I'm not going to fill it up tonight. I'm just making sure the critters don't get in it overnight. And like I said, and I don't know. I honestly don't know what kind of lubricants were used in here. So this is purely doing what John Deere wants me to do. And when I work on certain machines, can't stress it enough. When you work on $10,000 units, in my opinion, there's not a whole lot you can side skirt. The filter I could have probably side skirted and done a Stens or something, but it's not worth it sometimes. And I think in order to go ahead and make that stay, if I can find the clear Rust-Oleum, give it a little cake topper. Could paint it with a glow in the dark. Have glow in the dark in the drawer over there. Mess with him. The guy who owns this he's pretty cool, but you know, I'm sure he's pretty particular. We'll see if you notice it. You can't even see this, but it'll be funny. One of the coolest paints that I buy. the glow in the dark. What do you think? Should we heat it up once? Nah. Looks like it's... Yeah, let's see if we can get a good grip on that. Because these don't have, you know, like any type of nub on them to really, you know, grip onto it. You know, hand tight, but, you know, it's sort of tight in here, so... With the deck on, I should say. Not the deck, it's not so bad. And, you know, of course, try to keep your hands off of the first paint job. Hand tight. Oh, that's the strongest guy, but that's where we go with that. And then we're gonna put the oil filter on tonight as well. Tiny ass oil filter. We'll do the same thing. We'll write on it with the 606.5 hours. We'll write 1222 RW. .5, and this is calling for 10W30, so we'll put 10W30 in it. It's not a diesel engine, so we don't need the 1040. And that's where I skimp at sometimes. This is an empty container, but is it a razor blade? There's just enough in there to coat my gasket. And the same thing, we'll hit it with glow in the dark. We'll see if he notices. Got it on my hand. I only do that, you know, I just do that to keep the integrity of what I write on them. So that's where we're at, and let's bring the blower back in here. We'll fill up all the fluids tomorrow. Make sure this guy has enough room to get by here. Yes, that blower, that pressure washer, the engine shot and it frozen. So I don't want to leave this out overnight though. And yeah, we'll do. I'm going to use the air filter that we had. I probably, this was probably one that I bought off of Scamazon, more likely than not. But and we'll oil this pre-filter, but this pre-filter definitely needs to be looked after. Although I really feel like I bought all of this at Little's last time I was out there. Maybe they changed, I don't know. But we'll oil this up then tomorrow. Just want to close up the holes and make sure the critters don't get in there. If there's any critters out here. I don't need them getting inside, and hopefully it's drier tomorrow and I can roll this thing outside and blow it out, because it's got a lot of debris in there, and we'll drain that antifreeze. So we'll probably, I don't know, there's a petcock right here, and you can drain it right out here. Let's see if I guess I can put it in the oil container. Thought I had a brain. I do have an antifreeze container there. Let's see if that antifreeze container is empty. I don't think it is. I think I have oil in it. No, I do believe that is oil. Whee! And I hate to use a container like this, because because I like to pour oil in there. Yep, talking to myself. Don't worry, just me talking to myself. Guess I could put it in a bucket, but the bad thing is I'll have to charge them for disposal, because I can't get rid of antifreeze very easily, and yeah, it's unfortunate. Well, that's tomorrow's project. Again, I tell you, drain your antifreeze right there. You can pull your lower hoses too, and after you drain out the radiator, if you really want to get every last drop out of it. I don't know if that's necessary or not, but right here too, there's a bolt, there's a drain bolt. I know you can't see that. Other people do it. I didn't really watch anybody else on the interwebs, but there's a drain there to go ahead and pull the rest of it as well. You can pull that. I'm not sure why they have multiple plugs there, but or you can just pull the hose. Usually when there's going to be a little residual in here. You're gonna have to go through here and look at some of the arrangements. I think there's another plug too somewhere, if I remember, at the bottom of the jacket. I don't remember if it was underneath. Might have to look in the service manual for that, but I'm pretty sure that's the only one. I think since I already got gas in there, we can probably clean some of that goo out of there, and I probably should have done that before I stuck that in there with my paint job. Since we already got gas in there. And here, watch, we'll show you. This will be kind of funny. We'll turn the lights out and we'll see if we can see that glowing in the dark. You know, because deep inside I'm a little boy, and we're going to have to pull the power on the old garage there. And wrong one. Let's see if it'll glow in the dark. Nah, didn't have enough paint on it. Oh well, or didn't shake the phosphorescent up. Whatever. It's enough to cover the signature, and that's all I'm really worried about. So make sure our holes are filled. Yep, and we'll be out here tomorrow. We got to sharpen I got grease fitting. GoPro out in the cold last night, so we'll see how long it actually stays forward. This takes 7 quarts. Oh, okay. And this is the low viscosity high guard. I've already got a new filter in there. What I do when I fill these transmissions is especially like these enclosed ones like this, on certain units like Skag and Hustler with the hydros, they have a bleeder valve on them. I don't get a whole lot of 485s in them. Here there's 3 or 4 that I service annually. And I do not recall a bleeder valve. So what I do is I fill it, let it sit for about 10 or 15 minutes to try to get all the air bubbles out of it. Since it is a low viscosity, the air bubbles should come out pretty quickly. I keep the vent off. We'll be back to try to suck everything out of that. So that is what did they say? 7 quarts, I think they said, right? So there should have been 4 quarts in that. And I have another gallon here. What's going on? Is it recording? Is it making beep beep beep? I'm gonna set my crap down in my hands. Only GoPro. Alright. While that viscosity, low viscosity trans fluid is yeah. No facial recognition? You piece of shit. Trans fluid is draining out there. I wanted to take an opportunity to look inside these cylinders real quick. And oh, that one got smashed out. That's nice. That's phenomenal. Where's the other one? That really sucks. Holy crap. Guess I stepped on it. Huh? Somewhere. I might not be scoping this at all. Yep, I don't think so. I really waffled that out. Nope. Great. Um, a little bit carboned up. Let me come back out here in a minute.